Okay. All right. So the core thing you're going to be constantly in is Stratus.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to give you the basics on how, like, when somebody calls you and you're looking for a property or you want to pull up that listing, how to look up public records for stuff, and then I'm going to have you just play with it as much as you can, and
Yeah.
also take the classes, the intro classes, and then there's some more in-depth classes about how to do CMAs or how to just like really get into the nuts and bolts of every little facet of it. But I want you to be able to perform at the most necessary capacity right now, especially when you get the leads from Zillow or whatever. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to screen share. Let's see. Let's go to Safari. Okay. All right. So we'll start with, we're going in. I always go in through LI Realtor, and I just link to Stratus, and then I'm in.
Okay. Let's see.
Oh, look, Stratus Jumpstart for new agents. There's a class on the 5th.
Oh, perfect. Awesome.
Okay. So this is your dashboard. It might look slightly different than mine.
Let me see. Yeah, let me just look at my login quickly.
Okay.
Because then maybe I can do this with you, correct?
Sure.
Or
Yes. Yeah, that'd be great.
okay, let me see. Let's see. So I have the NRDS, I have that ID username and password, and then I have LIBOR MLS username and password.
Yeah, it should be like a most likely it's a number. It's a number that starts with 1, or maybe they're in the 2s now.
I have 2-1. Let me see if this works. 211 641. No, that didn't work actually. Let me try one more thing.
Okay.
I got a weird thing that came up. Oh, it's an agreement. Okay. Save. Okay, let me get back to the screen. Okay, just asking me for a new password. Oh, sorry. I had to re-put in the current one now and then change it. It's telling me to do.
No problem.
Okay. Just write this down. All right, perfect. All set up. Yeah, my screen pretty much looks like yours.
Okay. So the key components you're going to be constantly in is the search and public records. So
search and public records.
So let's say somebody calls you about a listing, or you want to search for a certain, you got the criteria for your buyers, you're going to go into search, and The two most common categories are going to be residential. That's going to be overwhelmingly the most common, condo, and then the condo co-op. And then if you need to search rentals, land, or commercial, that, you'll just click those.
Okay.
So we'll stay residential. Now we have under that, we have availability. So things that are available are things that are most likely still on the market or haven't been updated to that they're not. So if they're under contract or they're closed, they would be in unavailable. If they're available, they're unavailable. So you would search available for your buyers looking for houses. You would search unavailable for comps, for a history of a property, or things like that. So if you wanted to get a sense of what a house was worth, you would look at things that were under contract. So
okay,
we're going to go residential available, and then we have
and you have, where's public private listing, you keep both checked, public and private?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to search most likely by town. So you may have some that, even for yourself, you could say Smithtown. You want to be anywhere else but Smithtown?
St. James.
Okay. James. And they'll autofill as you're typing stuff out. You could also search by county. If you have a specific address you're searching for, you could just, put the address in.
Okay, that's good.
So right now in Smithtown and St. James, there's 83 houses available. If I narrowed it down by style, let's say you want a colonial, there's 41.
Where do you see the 83? Oh, I see 83 count. Okay, on the up.
So there's 41 of the 80. That's incredible. I actually didn't know that. So 40, there's a lot of colonials available. So 41 out of the 83 are colonials. If I add ranch, I bet you we pick up another good bunch. Now we got 55 total, if you were looking for those.
Oh, here's style. Okay.
Right. And then there's the price. So you can say the price range I'm looking in. So, let's say 700,000. We just lost a bunch. Let's say between 500 and 700. Now we're down to, we have 14 options. So like as you're going, it just starts, you can start narrowing down the fields. And
interesting.
A minimum of 4 bedrooms. Now we have 11, a minimum of 2 baths. And now we have 9. And so on. So this helps you like narrow down a search for your clients. And once you hit submit, here is everything. And you can click on each one, poke through the photos, and click next, and you can just skim through all of them. And the key info is all right here. So taxes, style, bedrooms, bathrooms, lot size, things like that. And then you could just read all the listing information. Here's also double check. Oh, Paul Musso. So double check how much compensation they're offering. So down here, you can see they're offering 2%, which is fairly.
Where do you see that?
All the way at the bottom.
Yeah.
You'll have the listing dates, the expiration dates, the price, and the compensation offered to real estate agents. So the buyer agency is 2% and the broker agency is 2%. So if you bring a buyer and they go into contract, you'd be entitled to bring 2% to the brokerage.
Okay. This is great.
Yeah. And then you can click the pictures in large scale and skim through. So once you get good at this, and once you're in this with some depth, you'll see you'll just be flying through. So you just go, no. Okay, let me see this. Okay. You'll just start skimming. You're going like that. No. Okay, next. And you'll just all right, that's good. And then I can take any one of these houses and, when you do the tech stuff, and we could probably show you Collaborate too, but the tech class is really good at it. Now I can grab this, suggest to, and send it to one of my buyers.
Oh, wow.
So here, I'll send it to myself and it just suggests it, or grab a bunch, or you go into results and let's say I want to send
Mhm.
everyone, but this one,
Yeah.
I'm going to do that, hit narrow. And now I took out
Okay.
that one, suggest, I just suggested it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So now you document all the buyers that you have into this listing, and this way it automatically just sends to them.
Collaborate is connected to, to this, and these are all my
Yeah.
active. These are, I mean, they're not all active, but these are people I haven't taken off active, and that are
Okay.
that are actively searching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll drop these into their feed on Collaborate. So that's a separate website that you connect them with, that you can see what they're looking at, and you can send them stuff, and vice versa. So it helps
I
you
see.
stay connected. And you could also see how often they're logging in, what they're liking, and it helps you get to know them and also get to know how serious they are. Because if they're logging in every 8 seconds, they're
Mhm.
a hot buyer.
So when I was working with an agent, it would come through to my email. So
Mhm.
every night at 12 midnight, I get the same email from him with different listings. Is that different than Collab? Because I'm not logging in, it's just going to my email.
Well, you can set up Collab to do automatic stuff like that, but he was probably doing what's called prospect match, which is another thing that you can do where you can set it up to set up the search and have it
Hmm.
automatically send them once a day what's new in
What's new?
search criteria. So
Got
both
it.
both can do it. I like Collaborate better because it interacts better. And
It sounds it.
yeah, so I would suggest like go into Collab. Anything you want to go in and test. So we'll go back to Info
Hmm.
Center. This is the beginning, right? On
Okay.
the right-hand side is Collaborate. And here are all the things that that you can use to that are part of MLS. Okay, so we can hop into Collaborate, and now I've opened up another field, and these are my,
Let me.
and see, this is me. I just dropped myself these, so you can see
Mm-hmm.
on the news feed. But this is Matt Rodriguez is looking. He likes this listing. He likes this listing,
Wow.
and I can respond. I can say, let's do it. You know,
Oh, that's wonderful.
and you can start a chat right there. But every time he likes something, I got an email. Every time he signed in, I got an email. So I
Wow.
know how often they're coming in,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
How serious they are, how
Yeah.
often they're
And even
looking.
Teresa,
That's
look,
great.
Teresa Bliss signed in. I helped her buy a house 8 months ago. Maybe she's, having second thoughts. She wants a new house,
That's funny.
so I can check in with her.
That's great. That's nice. A nice document.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, and then you hear all your clients here, and
Okay.
you can go into their individual news feeds. So like you can see, you know, the 16th was the last time she got sent 2 matches,
Okay.
so that's it. So it's pretty cool. All right, so
Well, it's
that's how you do a search. It's pretty cut and dry, right?
hmm.
There's also the quick search right here. So you get a call from Zillow, and they say they want to see 823 Pacific and Lindenhurst. You can just come town Lindenhurst
Hmm.
823, and I can see at the bottom left there's one left there. All right, I found it. I'm there, and you're there in a second.
Nice.
So like even before you connect
Okay.
them, it's right in front of you.
That's great.
All right, and I'll just show you real quick. I'll show you public records. So the public
Okay.
records is how you can search for any property and get some type of information on it. And honestly, what I did every time, when I first started playing with this, I just did everybody I knew's house. And
Hmm.
you can see how much they paid for the house. You can see the details of the listing. So let's see. So like here, I guess what's good for the goose. I'll go to my house. So like 24. So like, let's say someone calls you and they say, I'm thinking about selling my house. You can
Yeah.
see what info you can get off of the house. So here, 24 Neil Drive. There's my
Hmm.
house. I had green carpets when I bought it.
Oh my goodness. But the
Lots of
outside's
green.
beautiful.
It was green. My roof is actually green too. They went all in on green. Um,
Green
so,
lovers.
but you can see here, it's a colonial, 9 rooms, 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. What I paid for it in 2011. Got a great,
Hmm.
by the way. Um,
Of
and
course you did.
um, and I can come into the old listing and just pull in any information that I can that would help me price it or like be ready for the conversation now.
Right. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So, and you could see like you can see the history of it. So maybe I can go into one that has more history. Let's see. And all these houses, so like if, let's say I'm going to go into a house that's on the market now, there's a link to the public records right here. So I can just click
Okay.
it and see the history. And I can see it's been on the market a few times. I can click into any of those. I can see the sale history. So the historical deed date started, it looks like in 1966. So it sold for 116,000 in 1988. 2005, it sold for 315,000. The owner's names are right here. Their
Oh, wow.
address is right here. So like there'll even times I'm driving to a listing appointment and go, I think I forgot their names. And I'll just go into public records and
Wow.
grab their names. Or even like, let's say someone on your block, you want to know their name. You can, what's that? She was so nice to me. But I can't remember her name. You don't have to have an awkward conversation. You can go right into public records.
Oh, that is so funny.
So that's going to help you a lot. And then like I'll just do one more thing. When you find a listing, let's say you don't want to use an iPad. Do you have an iPad?
I do not.
Okay. I love iPads.
Means I should invest in one.
I'm just nudging. But
I wish I knew this because I literally got a phone maybe a month ago and they're like, oh, you can get $200 off on an iPad or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I had a lot of success with the LTE iPad. Like walking in, you can get a case that has a handle. So like you're walking in with all the data from the house or something comes up, you can pull it up, you can hit the public records button, and see any info that they ask. So like you look super smart. Well,
Which iPad do you have?
I have the iPad Pro.
Oh, okay.
I mean, but any of the LTE one is what I'm saying. Any of that, like you can pull in data right there.
Got it.
Not the Wi-Fi only.
Okay.
Okay, so top right, we can, if you want to print this for your clients so that that you're taking there. There's broker full, which is basically it's all the information you possibly can get. Okay. But you may not want to give them all the information like the listing agent's phone number.
Right.
So there's also client full, which doesn't have that. You can do no address, which is just, it's the internet. There's no need for that. They'll find it. Consumer stuff. So like there's all these different, you can make a flyer out of it. Remax has some really cool flyer technology. So you probably don't need that. In a pinch, you can make a flyer, but let's say I want to make one for my client with photos. I can hit that. I'm going to hit print. I don't know if can you see the print preview? I don't know how the screen share.
I can see it.
Okay.
I see a little bit of it.
Okay. So you can just print the MLS sheet for them.
Okay.
You have it too with the information you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Or download it as a PDF. And that's it. Now you're equipped.
Yay. So much better than having to go on Zillow.
Yeah. You'll never see Zillow again.
Thank gosh. This is great. I'm excited to do the class.
Yeah, the class is good. And then once you get a photo, make sure you upload your photo on there because that's how you get your Century card. Uh,
Yeah. Okay.
but yeah, now just go play with it.
Oh, I will. This is gonna be fun, actually.
Yeah, it is. It is fun. I remember searching everybody I knew, and
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. Why not make a game out of it?
right. Do you know what your mother paid for her house?
I'm gonna look that up.
Right.
I'm gonna see.
All right.
Um,
All right. So
Thank you. This was great.
no problem. I'll send you the recording, and
Amazing. Wonderful.
then the next one is going over how to make an offer. I actually want to do and I have a mortgage banker that I'm gonna have a Zoom call with you and somebody else to go over like the basics of speaking the language there. And
Great.
this way we're all getting a little better together.
Okay. Sounds wonderful.
All right.
Thanks, Pete, so much.
No problem. Call me if you need me.
I will, for sure. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.